Hello everybody and welcome to the Pennies or Life review for Halloween Horror Nights 2016 Universal Orlando. Let's just get right into it. We're going to start off with the worst house and move through to the best. First, we got Lunatics Playground, the house of the mascot this year, Chance. The rip-off Harley Quinn, where the only difference is that it's the daughter of the clown, in this case, Jack. Annoying high-pitched voices and flashing lights that reveal, well, simply said, lunatics. This house is complete garbage. It's your every year 3D house reusing the same set yet again. Nothing makes any sense when you watch the video outside. Little to no correlation between the video and the house itself. You get blasted with remixes of good songs, along with Enter Sandman meets ABBA's Take a Chance on Me. The puns are ridiculous and you will hear them all over the freaking park. Tomb of the Ancients. I had more fun in a house I paid $5 for that had one guy triggering every quote-unquote scare. It looked alright, but there wasn't anything happening. It's not memorable at all. The best part is the Ford truck outside the entrance. And it's so dark, you'll have to always have your hands out so you don't run into anyone or anything. Definitely will take some time to get into this one when you go. So make sure to go multiple nights. Ghost Town. Now it's pretty obvious why these bottom three were awful, because they're original ideas. This one features the best set, which is the only reason it is slightly better. It is believable to be a town in the Old West, but there's one big drawback. There's only one ghost in the entire thing, and it's on screen. The rest of them are hillbillies with irritating accents and Old West rifles, though the big open space in the center of the town looked phenomenal. Great work there, along with the canyon walls. You'll see what I'm talking about. Krampus. While scenes are depicted very well from the movie, except for the truck scene, left completely out of the house, this one is bland, with the same big-headed creatures pretty much the entire thing. A few other movie creatures also made it in, but they are a tiny focus in what is overall a dull adventure. At least it's better than the movie. American Horror Story. Now, I've only seen Murder House, so I don't understand the rest, but the house covers Murder House, Hotel, and Freak Show, because I guess the others suck? Anyways, I don't know any memorable scenes from Hotel or Freak Show, but I remember Murder House very well, and you couldn't even tell it was the same house. It was barely recognizable. While Freak Show and Hotel looked like they had a lot of attention put into them, but in all honesty, barely anything happened. Despite how long the house in entirety actually is, it's huge. If you are a fan, you will love it. If you aren't, there's a few good moments, but don't be disappointed. Just go here straight away. From the start, being like right at the entrance, when the park opens, it will be busy all night, guaranteed. Everybody will flock there straight away. The Walking Dead. It's the same props used in the past 4 years, covering every season. There's memorable scenes from everyone, but here's something. There's no survivors to be seen, except for crazy Terminus guys and guys on an RV screen. Tent screen, almost forgot that. They forgot a lot of set pieces though, such as the church in a flooded basement, the stupid tornado part, all missing, and countless ones from other seasons. Overall, it was the same thing done the 5th year in a row. They just really need to get off of The Walking Dead, please. Move on to another zombie franchise if you have to. If you need to keep including zombies. Anyways, Halloween. Taken from the second film, picking up literally where it left 2 years back from the previous house, we get a great continuation, following the movie as you explore Haddonfield and come across every Michael Myers scene from the movie. burnt Michael Myers got me every time, as the burning building looked really well designed. Combinations of smoke machines, lights, and a screen made it look perfect, but there was one lacking factor. There was a whole lot of nothing in space. It took me 4 times to see it, but there really isn't much. The scare actors are spread too far apart. The Exorcist. Much better than the movie. Much, much better. As you enter the house from the movie, you get the feeling instantly, this is going to be awesome. But I do have 2 complaints. 3. 1, the help me scene should have been left out. That part looked really bad. 2, they screwed up the spider walk scene. You know, one of the most iconic scenes in the movie that wasn't actually in the movie, but was in what's it called? Re-envisioning? Whatever. It was a lame looking animatronic on random steps in the middle of a walkway. It looked like you were walking into, like, on a Navy ship, and you gotta go up the ladder, stair things. Yep, that's what it was like. It did not represent the movie at all. And 3, some of the Reagans that scream in your face didn't have enough makeup on. Like, at all. They didn't look believable. But besides these, the rest of the scenes looked really good, being that they really didn't have much to work off of. And the best one, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've been through this house alone nearly 10 times. It is one of my favorites ever. Everything looks so good. Scenes are replicated almost perfectly from the movie, despite the house not being the same layout as in the movie, but that's besides the point. They have to do that so then you can actually walk through it. The scenes with Leatherface are presented flawlessly, totally makes up for the disappointment that was the actual movie. Actually better to go in during the daytime, fits the movie a lot better. The smell as you enter the house was so putrid, the dead carcasses everywhere, parts of animals scattered about. It was exactly the movie. That's what made it so good. Featuring the grandpa, the crazy dad, and the crazy knife guy that looks like James Franco. They're all there waiting for you. The Scare Zones. Survive or Die Apocalypse. This was okay. Creative idea to have 3 gangs that are fighting in a small section of the park. The costumes look good. The gangs are pumpkin heads, samurais, and scarecrows. The first weekend they lined up as if they were going to fight, but the second, they were spread across the pier near Transformers. Don't know what happened there. Where'd the idea go? Lair of the Banshee. We got Tall Guy on Stilts, Thundercats, poor Banshee masks, and weird tribal things. Creepy for the most part, looks really good, except for those rubber Banshee masks. By what the Scare Zone is named after, it's the poorest part of it all. Dead Man's Wharf. Obviously a ripoff of the movie The Fog. This provides us with a ton of non-squid Davy Jones. Not necessarily scary, but what else is there? A large boat that actually looks really good. It looks as though it crashed onto land. The big problem, takes up 3/4 of the walkway and we literally got stuck in traffic. Elbow by elbow walking through as the scare actors literally did nothing but watch from the side. Hilarious. Vamp 55. This one was lame. It was a 50s themed prom out on the streets filled with jocks and vampire weirdos, with some blood-coated prom queens that made me think of Carrie. The makeup on these vampires looked really cool, but it just wasn't scary. The floats that were used looked funny, but not at all what I expected. I expected a lot of biker-looking dudes, honestly. Get the Lost Boys in here. A Chance in Hell. Nothing like waiting in line for Krampus and having to listen to booming speakers in your ears. You get the very annoying voice of Chance as someone dressed as her screams into a voice modulator. All it is people walking and clapping at her speeches while looking like asylum weirdos. It's just a photo opportunity. The Shows. Bill and Ted. What the fuck? This was the worst one I've had the disservice to watch. Nothing was funny. Usually I can find something to laugh about, but the only thing funny was making fun of Hillary Clinton. The Donald Trump jokes weren't even funny. It was too try hard. The whole thing was the unfunniest cringe. Don't waste your time. Academy of Villains, House of Fear. They danced. They did the thing where they formed shadows behind a screen that showed a story as if it were a movie. The only problem is that half of it was fake, as shadows seemingly don't line up as they jump and go off screen. You would understand what I mean if you saw it. It was okay, but really just dancing to some classic rock music and some modern day turds. That's all the show was. That's it. And overall, to conclude, this year's Halloween Horror Nights was just as expected. Nothing really special or different. Don't believe your friends that they said it was amazing. No, they're just easily impressed and petrified of everything. I had fun, but I got pissed off on multiple occasions due to many different people stepping on my feet all day. And that guy that cut in line. I had fun. Yeah, mostly that hour. Couldn't even enjoy going through American Horror Story. Anyways, staff and HHN workers were surprisingly not as bad as previous years, but some still managed to abuse the express pass line, which is a gigantic pet peeve of anyone who isn't willing to double the price. It's best to go multiple nights so you can hopefully get good timing with all the houses so then everything isn't happening around you. It happens often, but go and enjoy yourselves anyways.